Good morning, baby boomers and your entire extended family. It's Mike Hayes from the SeniorAIFoundation.org to keep the AI safe for boomers with explainers and senior influencers. Today's top story, a major leap in how machines think. Now, for us baby boomers, this means the assistants of the future won't just chat, they'll be able to help us reason through difficult medical bills or even complex financial planning safely. Here now are my AI Coast explainers with more.
Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to track AI's incredible leap from solving these ridiculously complex math problems to becoming a real tool in our everyday lives. We're going to see how it's changing from just abstract code into something we can literally hold in our hands. Let's dive right in. You know, it really feels like just yesterday that AI, with all its amazing power, couldn't even handle simple math. It was kind of a running joke, right? A clear sign of its limits. Well, that punchline has definitely changed, and the progress we're about to see is, well, it's pretty remarkable. Just look at this number for a second. 87 out of 120. Now, that isn't just a good score. It is a jaw-dropping result from one of the hardest college math competitions in the world, the Putnam Contest. And yeah, a human didn't earn this score. And that score is our way into the first major breakthrough we're covering today, how a brand new AI model from a company called Nous Research is starting to crack elite-level mathematics. So this is Nomos 1. It's a 30 billion parameter model, and you can just think of parameters as all the little knobs and dials an AI uses to learn. And what's so incredible here is that Nomos Research has made it completely open source. This isn't some secret project from a megacorporation. It's a tool that's out there, and it just went toe-to-toe with some of the brightest human minds in math. So how on earth does it pull this off? Well, it uses this really clever two-part system. First, it just unleashes a whole team of AI workers. Each one tries to solve the problem. And then, and this is the key part, it critiques its own answer. It's like having a room full of brilliant mathematicians checking each other's homework. Then, for step 2, it runs a tournament-style bracket to find the single best solution out of all those attempts. But that tournament system, that's only half the story. That 87-point score would have landed Nomos 1 in second place out of almost 4,000 human competitors. To prove that the model itself was the secret sauce, they ran a rival model, Quen 3, through the exact same process. It only got 24. This shows the real breakthrough isn't just the method,
debt and
it's how
politics,
powerful
the
the Nomos 1 model
consensus
is
of
to begin
leadership
with.
is clear.
So the big
Higher
takeaway
education
here is just the sheer
remains the most
speed
powerful
of this.
engine for
In
social
only a few
mobility
years,
and
we've gone
national
from AI
strength that we
failing at
have.
third-grade math
The challenge
to
now
open-source
is
models
balancing
absolutely
the government
crushing
partnership
elite-level
with
exams.
academic freedom.
This is a
Thank you
huge
for
signal
staying
that the
informed
entire
with the
field of
Senior
mathematics
AI
might
Foundation.
be on the edge of a
For more
massive
briefings on the
AI-fueled era
future
of
of
discovery.
education and technology,
Okay, so we know
visit
AI is
us and
capable
help
of some
the
wild stuff, but what are we
AISafe.com
actually
for
using it for?
seniors and
Well,
their families.
Microsoft just dropped this
I'm Mike
fascinating
Hayes.
study that basically maps our collective AI habits, and it gives us this incredible window into our own behavior. To figure this out, they analyzed a truly massive data set, 37.5 million conversations with their Copilot assistant. The whole goal was to see if they could map out our patterns, to see how and why we talk to AI differently, depending on, say, the time of day, the season, or even what device we're holding. And the patterns they found, well, they say a lot about us. Late at night, we turn to AI with our big, deep philosophical questions. Then, right around Valentine's Day, surprise, surprise, it becomes a relationship counselor. They also saw this cool evolution. Early on, AI was mostly a tool for coders. But as it got more popular, the conversations totally shifted to be much more social, which just shows how much the audience has grown. Even the device we use changes everything. On our phones, AI becomes a personal health and wellness coach. But the biggest trend of all is how our expectations are changing. We're not just searching for facts anymore. We're actually seeking guidance. We're treating AI like a real advisor. So why does any of this matter? Because understanding these patterns is exactly how we're going to build the next generation of AI assistants. These insights are what will help create tools that aren't just powerful, but are actually aware of our context and genuinely helpful in our lives. All right, now let's pivot. We've talked about the AI on our screens, but now let's talk about AI we can actually wear. The tech is breaking out of our phones and computers and becoming a real, tangible object we can interact with. Check this out. This is the Index 01 by Core Devices, and it's a super simple $75 smart ring. It's designed to do one thing, and one thing only: capture your ideas the second they pop into your head. The company calls it an external memory for your brain, which is just a perfect way to put it. It's built to solve that problem we've all had, right? You have a brilliant idea, and then poof, it's gone 5 seconds later. So here's how simple it is. You press a button to record a voice note, it syncs to your phone, and there, an on-device AI, which means it does everything locally for privacy and speed, transcribes your note, and can even turn it into a reminder. But the best part is how simple they've kept it. No subscriptions, no internet needed, and the battery lasts for up to 2 years. So the really crucial thing here is this strategy. After we saw these super ambitious devices like the Humane Pin kind of stumble because they tried to replace the smartphone, the Index 01 is taking the complete opposite approach. It's a bet that there's a real market for focused, single-task tools that just do one thing really, really well. Okay, the pace of AI is just relentless, so to keep you totally up to speed, we've got a quick lightning round of the latest tools and news you need to know about. On the tools front, 3 things to watch. First, Mistral's DevStral 2, which is really pushing what's possible with AI-assisted coding. Second, there's Stitch from Google, which uses Gemini to turn a simple idea into an actual UI design. And finally, a new tool called Purpose, which wants to be your personalized AI mentor, which is a really fascinating idea. And in the news, the US government is getting really serious about AGI, that's Artificial General Intelligence, mandating a study on its military impact. In the business world, a McDonald's ad in the Netherlands got pulled after a huge public backlash, which just highlights the risks of using AI in marketing. And globally, Amazon and Microsoft are pouring over $52 billion into India's AI infrastructure, a massive signal of where the investment is heading. All right, for our final story, I want to bring all of this high-level tech right back down to a personal, human level and share a story from someone who's using AI in a really practical and powerful way. This story comes from Courtney P. in Sylvan Lake, Michigan, and it's just a fantastic example of how these accessible AI tools can have a huge real-world impact on a family. So Courtney's daughter has this big dream of playing field hockey in college. So what did Courtney do? She built her own custom GPT, basically a personalized version of ChatGPT, to act as her daughter's personal recruiting coach. It does everything from create workouts to provide mindset coaching, and the results? In Courtney's own words, we've saved thousands of dollars. And that just illustrates the whole point so perfectly, doesn't it? From solving the world's hardest math problems to helping a high school athlete chase her dream, AI is becoming this profoundly versatile tool, which really just leaves one final question for you to think about. How are you using it?
That's the future arriving today. To learn how to use these new tools to protect yourself and your family, you can do so at the SeniorAIFoundation.org. Join our free community at theaisafe.com. I'm just your human, Mike Hayes, with Mike'sAI.com.